In this quick video guide, we're going to see how we can export from 3DSMax. So go to File, Export, and here you select FBX in the file format, and then gonna import into Mudbox. So I'm gonna type here the name of this file. So remember to export only the selected. In this case, I'm exporting this chair, so I'm gonna call it chair FBX Mudbox. So when you're ready, you click on Save, and that's gonna be exported. But before, you can select here Autodesk Mudbox, so everything will be set up already for you. And if you want, you can import also groups and the smooth or not, depending on your need. When you're ready, click OK. And now let's go into Mudbox. So here I'm going to go to File, Import, and I'm going to select the same exact file that I've just exported. So I'm going to navigate into my computer, into my export folder here, and get the chair for Mudbox. There you go. So just open it up, and that's it. Now it may give you a little panel here, a little window, but don't worry about that. We're gonna see if there are problems, but looks fine to me. So the first thing we can do here is check if we have UV maps. So well, let's go to display and focus on the object, and you can see now it's selected. This is one of the tools that you have in Mudbox. So right click and deselect. And if you want, you can start to sculpt right away using the sculpting tools. We don't need to do anything here. Well, let's just adjust the size and the strength of the brush. So you can see here that by adjusting the size and the strength, you can give many different effects to your sculpting. And hold the B key for adjusting the size and the M key to adjust the strength. And you can go negative and positive. You can push and pull polygons here with the sculpting, with the standard sculpt. And now let's get to paint. So when you select paint, and let's select a color here, and you click the first time, it's going to ask you to create a new layer, because you cannot paint unless you have a paint layer. And paint layers will be based on your UV maps. No, so UV maps, if you don't have UV maps, that's going to be an issue. You need to solve it. But if you're coming from 3D Studio Max, you probably set up your UV maps there. So you can see now everything works fine, because this is a chair which I created in the 3ds Max video course. Now, if I go in the UV view, I can see the UV maps, which I'm painting on. So I can use the 3D model to paint, or if I go to UVs and maps, I can also do flatten, and this will flatten out the object, but be careful where it's located. So let's go to display and do frame selection. And well, if that's not enough, you click and drag here with the navigation tools, hold the Alt key, and there you go. So this is the UV map flattened out, so you can just paint on there. Now let's create a new paint layer. So we can here create new layers and paint one on top of the other, give the material different effects, like part where the material is consumed or worn out, or we can paint dirt. We can do something less perfect, so it's going to be more realistic. But this is just a quick explanation of how everything works. If you're interested, check the Mudbox video course in the channel. So you can see here I'm kind of painting the bottom of the chair, which is probably dirtier than the rest. And then let's go to unflatten, so we can go back to the original 3D model. And there you go. So this is the painting and the sculpting that I've done so far. Now, if I want to use the original texture, if I have a texture, I need to create a new diffuse if you have a diffuse texture. So I'm going to create a new diffuse layer. And here I'm going to right click and import the texture. So if I want to use the material that I've used in 3ds Max, I need to recreate it. And this is just to show you how you can import the diffuse texture. So you need to go find where that texture is. And in my case, it's in a folder here. So let me see where it is. There you go. This is the chair right here. So this is some painting that I've done in in 3ds Max, by the way. So you can do a little bit of sculpting and painting also in 3ds Max. And there you go. So we have now the texture. So you can see how everything comes together, and it's really easy to export from 3ds Max to Mudbox. And this is just a quick video guide. Again, check our other video courses in Mudbox and 3ds Max and in other software. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to give us a little thank you, a little support, you can join the channel as a supporter. Write your comments, questions, suggestions. Right here you have a lot of painting tools, a lot of sculpting tools, so you really want to have a look to the full video course. So again, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.